皆さんこんにちは、くまにゃんkumakumaです。Hello, welcome to my channel. Halo semuanya. So today I will introduce you about Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a free-to-play RPG game made by Hoyoverse, where you can play with your friend, family, or a random person all around the world. Just choose the character you want, make a team for them, and have fun. So let's get started. This twin-tail anime girl is voiced by Horie Yui, and she is a specialist elemental buffer for Anemo. Because of Faruzan, all Anemo DPS will get a great buff and will dealing more Anemo damage to opponent. Faruzan is a character that have a great visual and style. Her cute idle animation is also one of her charming points that make you want her to be one of your party. But unfortunately, this character is not a beginner-friendly character because it's not easy to build her and you have to unlock her C4 and C6 to make her better. Of course, you can use her even at C0, but with C4 and C6 will make it easier to build. For more detail of her Constellation, I will explain it at Constellation section. So in this video, I will going over anything you need to know about Faruzan, including how to build her and her team that contain her best artifact, weapon, constellation, and more. For talent, just focus on her burst because all of her damage bonus is depend on her burst level. For normal tech, she will perform up to 4 arrow shot and will do a M shot for charge attack that will deal Anemo damage. For elemental skill, she will deal AoE Anemo damage and enter manifest girl state. In this state, the next Faruzan charge attack will become a hurricane arrow that will make a vortex and deal AoE Anemo damage if hitting enemy. If this charge attack is not hitting enemies, this vortex will become a black hole and sucking enemy to that point. If you see on the screen, you can see a mark beside Faruzan after she using a elemental skill, so you can tell if she is in manifest good state or not. With her passive talent, in this state, her charge attack charge duration will decrease by 60% and enemies hit by the vortex will decreasing their Anemo resistance for 4 seconds. For elemental burst, she will deploy a whirlwind pulse and deal AoE Anemo damage, and during this duration, enemies Anemo resistance will be decreased and all party member Anemo damage will be increased. With her passive talent, during this duration, all Anemo damage dealt to opponents will increase based on 32% of Faruzan base attack. For C1, hurricane arrow that can fire by her elemental skill will become 2. For C2, her burst duration will increase by 6 seconds. C3 will increase her skill level by 3. C4, hurricane arrow hit enemies will restore Faruzan energy based on number of hits. C5 will increase her burst level by 3. C6, during burst duration, all anime damage to enemy will have 40% crit damage increase and will apply a vortex that the same with the Faruzan's elemental skill. As you can see here, because she needs to use her burst as fast as possible, so Faruzan under C4 will need around 300 or more energy recharge. But with C4, her energy needs will become around 200 to 250. And this energy need will become more lower with C6. For weapon, because she is an energy hunger, so you have to use energy recharge for her weapon. For a 5-star weapon, LG up for the end is your only choice for energy recharge. This weapon is good because beside of ER, this weapon will also buff your party when Faruzan use skill or burst. For 4-star weapon, Fevenia's Warbow is the best DR weapon for Faruzan, and of course you can use other weapon like Sacrificial Bow, Fading Twilight, and Of the Line. But Heaven's Warbow will give more ER than the other weapon. For artifact, depend on your team, her artifact will be different. If your team is a multiple element team, Fairy Descent Venerer can be used to reduce enemy resistance for that element. If you use mono Anemo teams, Emblem of Secret Fate will give more energy recharge for Faruzan. For multi-purpose build, you can use 2 Emblem of Secret Fate and 2 Fairy Descent Venerer as an option. Actually, the other 2 piece is optional, just use the other 2 sets with a high ER in their subset. Or even you can use for piece of Noblesse Obligates. For Sand Goblet and Circlet, use your Sand, Anemo Damage Goblet, and if you use Heaven's Warbow as your weapon, use Crit Rate for her Circlet. But if not, use any Circlet with high energy recharge at its subset. For team, because Faruzan is a specialist elemental buffer for Anemo, you have to use Anemo DPS like Hazel, Wanderer, or even Xiao. For the other 2 slot is a free slot, so if you want to make mono Anemo teams, you can use Jin or Sayu for healer, and the other one can be Kazuha or even Sucrose. For Anemo Hyper Carry team, the other one you can use Bennett as a healer and buffer, and the last slot can be Shielder like Chungli or Layla, or even Mona for another buffer. Healer like Kokomi can be used, or sub DPS like Xingqiu, Yelan, or even Xiangling can be used here. So this is all my guide for Faruzan. Hope this guide will be useful, and if there anything you want to add, just write in the comment below, and see you guys on the next video.
全力攻撃だ。後悔しても遅いぞ。行くよ。君を離せ。足に手を出す。この剣はわかるかい？足に手を出すつもりか？歌よ西。くらえ。後悔しても遅い。みんながそばにいる。